Billy stuff. You have to prove whatever you spend on that.
Well, like, that's the thing. Like, the cart, my mom has the cart.
Yeah.
I don't even have the cart, so I don't understand how that would be him supporting my children.
Yeah.
How about
You know what I
he owes
mean?
her
Oh, yeah, I
that
know.
money?
Yeah.
Not technically you.
I don't
Yeah.
Because you were
It's
around
just hard
at the time.
because
You
like
wouldn't
I
get that
had
money.
the time
Yeah.
of mine, you know
That's
what I'm saying?
what
So like for
I
me,
don't
it's
really
just
understand,
like
but
I
because
couldn't
I have
imagine.
children and I'm married,
I really would.
he doesn't have to pay.
It sucks. I mean,
How about I wasn't at the time?
like
I
that shit
didn't
kills
at
me
the
too.
time.
But
Yeah.
like I said, like
So
fucking,
because
I have
he's
the
late
time of
paying,
mine, so
you're
I know.
condoning that behavior because if you
now
wait
the
to pay it, you won't have to.
Yeah.
That makes sense. No fucking wonder people
It's a
have
shame.
to
After what you
Yeah.
went through, you think
That's
she's
all like,
gonna.
I'm pretty sure he
What
lives
it actually is that the fact that he's on disability,
I got
the
that
government
kind of
doesn't
mom
want to
too,
dish
man.
out that money because the government's going to have to dish out, not
Yeah.
him.
Well, my mom's a little different kind of nuts,
it's-
but I got
That's why
the
my mom
nuts
didn't
mom, man.
bother fighting it because she knows it's just gonna be
Well,
a
like,
lengthy
the
battle.
court
I
hearing,
think my
like,
mom
when
will
they
ever
went
keep
to
me from
Kevin,
my kids,
the
but
judges asked him, like, yo, do
they
you
don't
have
keep
a
my
place for
they
them
don't
to
keep
stay
my
or
sister
anything
from
else?
her
But,
kids.
you know,
They
my mom-
probably
I don't
honestly
know if
should
my mom
keep
brought
my
up the fact
sister
that they
from
don't
her
have their own
kids.
bed or the judge just asked.
Not like my
Specifically
parents are
said
that much better than my
they're
sister,
older this
but
time, 'cause they're like,
Why is she
they're
so
better than
bad?
my
like 3
sister.
and 4.
Who, Christy?
Yeah.
Old enough.
Man, you have
Yeah.
no idea.
Like,
man.
I don't.
He's-
Vinny, like
They
I
don't
realize
have
you're
their own
like
bed. They
a
can sleep in
crackhead, cokehead, everything else. Vinny,
And then he
doesn't
also,
But that's why it's so
openly
bad. She got
admitted
3
that he
fucking
wanted
kids. She
them for the
can't be
tax
that person.
Yeah, that's true.
He's like, you know, he
Right.
didn't want to do
Like,
partial
cause like I
custody
said,
because then
you
he
know, I
couldn't
mean,
claim
I've
on
never
his
seen
tax
the
return.
well, the
Well,
only
thank
time
God
I've
he's
ever seen
retired.
any
I've
kind
never
of bad
seen
side
you.
ever
Love
was
you
when she
too.
flipped out and threw a coffee and quit
You
burning.
have no idea.
Judge-
That's all I know.
Judge
You have
Judge
no
Judge
idea how
gave him
nuts
the
my
right
That's
action.
the only
He
time
wasn't
I
allowed
ever
to see the
seen
kids.
you.
She
Dude,
just
yeah,
had
you,
them.
I've
Yeah.
known
But
her for
teeth
quite a
and
while.
everything
Every
else.
time I ever
I've
seen
seen
her,
her.
she was just kind
Yeah,
of
they
chilled,
They
you
have
know, and
partial
laid back.
custody.
Like I've
Dude,
never
I've
seen
seen
her
her.
They
like
have to
snapping
do
out
it.
other
It's in
than
the
that
custody
one
agreement.
time.
They
one
have to
day,
assume.
I was down in fucking.
The kids will sit there and cry and beg my mom to make them not go over
And
it.
I
They
was
don't
at
want
my
to go over it.
buddy's house because he used to live
And it's just like my mom has to force them go, and it's like,
like where.
it's awful.
You
They
remember
don't
that
wanna
blue
go 'cause they
house
get-
on the
they're
corner that
horrible.
you could see her
They get-
I think
apartment?
so.
Let's see,
Yeah.
Kevin's come home,
Dude, I was sitting
and my
there
mom rolls
drinking
her
with
own
my buddy
cigarettes,
Joey.
and he's made a comment that, oh yeah, Daddy rolls his own too, but his tobacco's green, and it's in his visor. My mom called his probation officer when he was on probation because he just got out of jail.
I mean, and this poor
Called his
dude's just
probation
like.
officer. told
Trust
the
me, he's
probation
not a
officer-
poor dude.
That's what the
Trust me.
probation
I
officer
I
said.
mean,
He probably honestly
he
him.
probably
Told him
did
that he's
something
coming
with
in.
my
Granted, my
deserved
sister
it.
didn't have
Next
to like take it to
Gave
that
him money to
extreme,
get
but he
rid of all
probably
his stuff.
definitely
Like,
did
Are you
ice
fucking
cream, you
stupid?
mean?
Why would you do that?
How
I
about
was
send them to
just like, dude, I gotta.
You know,
go
he
to
was in
TV.
jail. He went
I
to
don't
prison.
start
Because he
nothing.
was
You
just
think
like,
that's
Well,
bad? You should see
he's
my
on
mother. My mother's
parole.
worse than that, dude.
Yeah, whatever it is.
My mother's
even
something
more.
Yeah.
else,
Yeah,
man.
they called him, gave him a head
My
up,
mother
so he
was
got rid of
straight
it.
at 50-something years old,
kids
straight
still drug
resort
test
to
them.
child tactics.
They
Oh, yeah,
they lock the kids in the bedroom
No, like
until they're ready to deal with them.
you
They're
know,
not
when
allowed
you're a
to
kid,
go
you don't hear nobody.
downstairs,
You just
bathroom,
like
anything.
repeat the
They're
same
locked
thing
in there
over and
until
over
they're
and
ready to
over
deal
and
with
over
them.
and over and over. Does she? Does she?
There's
Like that's
he has
annoying
7
as fuck,
kids,
dude,
a
man.
couple
I'll
of
just be
other
hanging up
people
on
or
her.
whatever. But there's like
I used to
4 kids in the
every
house.
once in a while she gets
So
me,
this new
but
girl, whatever.
I used to get it. I used to argue with her a lot,
And
man.
these monsters. Freaking the one kid like stole Kevin's shoes. Like he was hiding like a joke, you know, just playing around.
They
Was
were
fine.
supposed to buy a fucking
But they're
suit
so
for a shirt.
nasty.
Fucking, that
I
was
think
the
they had
deal.
like
They could
scabies
fucking
and
buy
everything
his
else
outfit
with
and all
mites or
that.
something, like the little things, because they're so dirty
They
and
were supposed to
nasty.
give us 300.
And everything else
Whole
like
box,
that.
whole fucking 300.
But I guess the kid got too excited
They gave
and
us fucking
pissed. No, this kid's older. He's like
And then
old enough
drop
not to be
anything
peeing his
fucking
pants.
Yeah.
But fine, you know what, accidents happen, you get older.
Parents too. Even my mom.
He
actually
ended
you
up
wanna hear
peeing
the
himself
fucking funny
and peed on
thing?
Kevin's shoes.
They just came
And
back
in
from the
Kevin's
fucking
shoes.
mountains.
And Kevin got upset about it. Granted, Kevin is
That's why
sensitive,
you
but
don't get
like,
nothing.
Yeah.
some piss on my shoes. I'm gonna sit here.
And my
the
dad
girl's
just
like,
traded his
yeah, well,
fucking
he must be
canoe
actually sensitive about his shoes.
for
I didn't see a
fucking
big deal with it. He
22
had to wear
and
the
shit
damn
like
shoes
that.
home.
Ugh.
They didn't even clean them. I know.
22.
Like, oh my god, my mom's
What
flipping
the-
out.
Oh.
They've come home
I'm
and
fucked
they
up.
go up in they used to go up in nice clothes and they've come home in
You're
horrible
going
clothes. They
down
used
there.
to have a he came home one time with a rope for a belt because they gave him old
What
clothes.
the hell was that?
That's my
dude?
man.
Nice clothes.
You wonder why you're
Kevin's come
beating
home
me
with
on here.
a broken
I'm
finger
a dork with this.
and he didn't want to tell anyone.
I'm not as dorky as the dorky.
You're my way.
Dorky.
You can't run away no
At least I try to put a funny twist
I don't think she
on it.
ran very far before.
No.
more. To the bedroom. If she can make it.
But yeah, he asked him, why didn't you say anything that you think you broke it? He was too afraid to because he didn't want his dad to yell. Because he'd get yelled at if he said that.
Dude, my fucking parents are driving me nuts.
He's got hit in the head, like in the ear, and his ear was actually bleeding.
I used to get stressed
Because
out.
the
on
grandfather
shit,
was over
man.
the rough housing,
Well,
throwing the
me
kids
out.
around, throwing the table
give a
around, and Kevin got
fucking
hit with the
war.
table in the head where his ear actually,
Like,
inside
I don't
his ear,
think
actually
about it.
I
I don't.
didn't.
was too afraid to say anything because he didn't want to get in trouble, which he ended up getting yelled at anyways for the grandfather rough housing because the grandfather's not allowed to run the house, but it was a kid's fault.
to try to help
Yeah, that
some.
has nothing to do
The
with
way I looked at it is
adult.
I expected nothing out of my parents. So
Like,
I
if
figured
it
whatever,
wasn't-
Yeah,
whatever I
wasn't
got.
for you. I could go on and
If
on
it
about all
wasn't
the
for you
crap
getting the
that
cake,
people go on.
we would have made.
Yeah.
And then like they'll go up there
I
and he
haven't
won't
had
even be around.
unemployment
They're not allowed to
for
talk to him.
over a month.
So why
Oh, he's working.
That was a good cake. We actually got it. Like,
He'll
it's
sit
still
there and tell
expensive
them
in my
that
opinion for a
grandma's
cake.
not their real
Unless it's
home.
'cause
That's
it was
not where they
150
belong.
bucks,
But
but
they'll
really
eventually
love
stay
you.
there. They don't love.
For-
Grandma don't love you.
That was
You're
still a
supposed to be
huge
with me.
cake, man,
This
because
is
that's
wrong.
cheap
You're
for
not
a
supposed to
cake,
be
man.
there.
That was a
Like,
big cake.
Cakes
My
are
mom's
expensive,
trying to
though,
raise
yeah.
with
Like,
them
that's
and
cheap
try
for a
to
wedding
talk
cake,
to
and that
them,
was
you know,
a
like,
big cake.
there's
It was a
certain things,
good
you know, hey,
tasting.
you can't do this, you don't like
Awesome.
this, you know, or they don't want to do this, they don't want to do that. His comments,
But no,
That's
it's
a good
he's
bakery.
fucking 8 years old, he has no opinion, he has no options, he's do what I tell him to do when I do it. I don't care what he thinks or says.
Yeah, same
Like,
thing.
I was like, he's a human being. He maybe ain't, yes, he has to listen to rules.
Where do you think
But you listen to him. He will tell you.
But I mean, it's bad enough they're dealing with the abandonment because of
We sold the
Kevin
fucking
and
can.
fucking Ronnie leaving them in the
All
first place.
that.
But
Yeah,
then
I've seen
the
that's
one
all
person
gone,
who's
yeah.
been taken care of this whole time doesn't.
All of that.
Okay,
And they
that's
didn't
not
even have
asking
a
for
fucking
And that they're wrong and
throw
bad
a fucking
people, yeah.
A card in there wishing us luck.
We got lucky.
Because
man.
my mom comes up
We
with
get that
excuses
big
and lies
income
and
tax
everything
'cause we
else.
got
And
kids.
sister
That's what
tries
we
to explain,
used
you
to
know,
pay for our wedding.
lying's
And
not
even
good.
then, we still like cheaped out. We
But
got
it's
lucky
like in
even
this
on
situation,
top
you're
of
trying
it
to-
because we got.
You know, it's
Wait,
kind of
We
hard.
ended up
for-
knowing
yeah,
the
it's
people that got us a
because,
good
you
deal.
know, I'm
Like
trying to help
Marky's
you not to
dad
go through, but you
hooked
gotta
us
work,
up
you know.
so fucking much,
And
man.
for
My
moms,
God,
she
he
has
hooked
to-
us
they'll
up.
sit there
Well,
and
we
go
got-
out
We got
and
that
beg
whole
not
for
to go.
$50.
We got it for two. We just paid $7.
Oh yeah,
We
I
got a
heard.
decent deal.
it wasn't bad, but
We
they
thought
seemed
it was
like
gonna be more, but
It's
they were
up- there's nothing we
assholes
can do
about
about
it.
they were kind of letting people
They
sit in
have to go out
places.
there, or my
Yeah,
mom
I
will
was
get in
a
trouble
little
and she
pissed
will
off
lose
that,
custody if she does not make him go out.
That's greedy right there. That's what that is. That's greed, man. They're trying to get as much money as they fucking can. Like you rented that out.
It's just
You should get a fucking psychologist.
Like that's your
So,
wedding.
you know something,
You
everything-
didn't, but you didn't pay for other people to enjoy your wedding.
Every fucking wedding has something.
Well, Kevin already goes to
Yours has
psychologist.
a beer
But
incident.
have them
Yeah.
testify.
yeah.
This
I still
one,
say Kat needs to go. My mom keeps
whatever. A
mean him,
couple
but
people
never
sat
gets around.
left early, come
Just
back
'cause
here and drink. We
There
give a
are
fuck.
abandonment issues.
I made
In
the
fact,
best
that
of it.
woman
You know,
has
instead
two
of
new
fucking
kids, and
flipping
they're
out,
also a
whatever.
boy and girl.
I mean,
The
dude, we
woman
got
that
more
says
alcohol
that
here
them.
than they got at the fucking
They don't
bar
quite
there.
understand
Dude, we
the
had a
situation,
lot
which
of
is
alcohol.
understandable. It's still.
Yeah.
We had a lot.
Yeah, my sister's dragging her feet a little bit, but
like we had
They talked to
so
the lawyer.
much left
She's
over.
trying to get custody.
And that was
the
part
lawyer
of the deal
said
we
that,
got.
yeah,
It was awesome.
be
Man.
best
We
off
didn't have to
if
pay
my
for shit
mom
we
kept
didn't
custody,
use.
moved down there,
Yeah.
and tried to come up with some agreement, like, oh,
And-
tell him that you
You
can
alright
have
with
them all summer long,
You need to see.
and then you moved down there, and
So,
he said,
There's a
he said that
fucking.
after 6
If you can
months,
dig that out, dude,
of
you can
living
sit
down
on
in
that or
Georgia,
this one here.
yeah, my sister can do
I just don't
custody
feel like
battle.
digging
I'm
one
going to
out.
decide
Like
it kids over to
digging
her,
out, dude, 'cause I got
and then
bad
he would
knees.
have to go down to Georgia, which,
You want me to go?
That's
There's a
it.
there's a
Never
nice
had
one
to go.
inside. If you want me to bring it out for you, man.
Does this work?
and that's where he
I
gets
think
I didn't have to do much digging.
it might still work
Like some.
if it's sitting there for a while.
Yeah, we come on the first stuff and then the great comfort that we got a lot of them.
I had more. I don't know what the fuck. I had nice black ones and shit. I don't know what the fuck out there.
Mom tried.
I'm fucking
Sturdy.
twisted.
Sturdy enough,
Can't
if I
prove it
fall,
or
whatever.
She tried. We've tried everything.
Yeah, fucking like,
We talked to
you
a
know, a
couple
lot of
lawyers and
places when
everything,
you run them out, man, you
the
get
lawyer
the
said
alcohol,
your
but you get
best
it for like,
choice
they
is to
usually
try.
charge
You know,
per
my
shot
mom to move down said you don't think nothing.
for the whole bottle.
Well, that's why.
And
I
try to
didn't
make
know
it like
they
a
were
deal
trying
like
to do
him
that,
where
so
he's
I was
gonna
like,
win
"Man,
more.
Fucking dry then.
Marky's dad got
And
us
then-
the cost, dude, what they paid for.
So, you know, he even said, you know,
Yeah,
go
dude.
down like right after
Like
summer,
a
move
lot
down
of
there
them
right
bottles
after
only
summer,
cost
so
us
you'll have them during
$15
school.
a bottle.
That-
And then in 6 months it'll be
You
done
got the
before
kegs it
summer,
costs.
and then you do a
You
custody
can't
then.
beat
So he
Fuck
doesn't
no,
have to be
dude, he
around.
hooked us up. You know how much more expensive that would have been if it wasn't for him?
Yeah, but you see what I was like, you know, I knew I was coming back here. I have
I'll be like, no, sorry.
my closest friends can
Can't
fucking
have
come
any
over
part
if
of
they
this.
want. You fucking put something down.
I actually like the way
Can't
you
ever
did it
fucking
up,
do
man,
it.
with the whole coming over here afterwards.
Yeah,
That was actually kind of cool,
You know,
man.
fuck it.
You
You
know,
know,
that's
it's
not my work,
something
since
just
it's
sit, relax, bullshit
around
with
the credit world.
friends. Have a
She
good
like,
time.
she like music. I'm not a music person,
It was
but
a little
so
boy.
I didn't have a
My
problem.
mom popped out the kid.
Dude, our
disappeared out
DJ
of
only
the
cost us
hospital.
$100.
Dad, if you keep- you come
Gotta
in
do
and
something.
everything else.
Drop the HD, bitch.
And she had
It's
the
all
video
good.
on tape saying
Yeah.
what Patty said.
I didn't even
what
realize
he
that.
did
Like,
on
I don't
morning
understand
off.
how I did that.
She took him to court.
You're
I think the chair leg caught the wire. That's all.
Whoa! They're saying she coerced him into saying all this stuff. I'm like, okay, what? Did you fake the bruises too?
Yeah.
Keep on getting. I'm like,
Yeah, we got a DJ for $100.
System's
We
just
got a bartender for $100. There was nowhere to fucking dance.
it's just nuts.
It
Is what people
was
do
a cool
anymore.
place, though.
It was
It's
cool.
sad.
I can't wait to
It
get
was a
back
cool
to something.
place.
You know my parents jacked 2 disposable cameras?
They what?
They jacked the disposable cameras.
Wow.
Yeah, we're missing 2
That
cameras.
still sounds like it'd be my thing.
From here?
Maybe we are related, man.
Maybe.
Well, you said you were, right?
You're a dumbass, Vinny.
Yeah, Vinny. Yes,
And
we're
I was
related,
just joking.
Vin, you
Brothers.
should have fucking. I didn't even
We're
think
half
to do
brothers.
that either. I should have fucking invited him to the wedding. I'm sorry I didn't invite you.
He's
Vin.
working anyway.
Yeah, it worked.
I didn't even
With the
think of that.
chaoticness, I didn't even think of it either.
And he would have fucking been fine anyway, since like fucking how many people didn't show up anyway. So
You guys had so much.
whatever, you're fucking
Yeah.
drinking now. Hey,
That happened with us, man. Nobody showed
Brian.
up for the actual wedding
Where's
party.
Brandon?
you went
went in
inside.
and out.
Okay.
You know that. At our wedding, barely anybody showed up for the wedding party. We had a shitload of people at the reception.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
this
of
kind of
course.
pisses
I
me
hate
off about that,
that,
though, 'cause I
Yeah,
paid for
I
the
hate
food
that.
up front.
But yeah, that's what fucked up
And
was
then you
we
don't-
had to pay for the food even if
Up
no one
front.
ate it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
It wasn't,
how it works.
yeah.
So you know,
That's
people
why we
were
made our
telling me
own
they're
food.
definitely fucking coming, and then they didn't fucking show.
We would
and
double
it's
check
like,
with a
fuck
couple
you.
people.
That's why we made our own food. That was another reason how we got lucky. Because we get food stamps. We just put it on food stamps.
Yeah, his cousin Rhonda went to culinary school. She cooked between her and my grandma and some aunts. They cooked our entire, and we had so much leftover
Once
food.
again, I already said it to him. Thank you so much for the cake. Seriously,
That was awesome.
it was fucking.
I couldn't imagine. I was talking to him after we left here, and you guys were talking about like how his mom was gonna get the cake, and then you were gonna. And I go, well, I'm just gonna bake it myself. We got in the car, and I sat there for like 2 minutes, all nice and quiet, and I was like,
There's some weird
And he
tradition
was like,
with
I
the
knew you
cake,
were
too.
gonna
That's
say
why you guys
that.
cut it
I
together.
was like,
They
I'm gonna
actually
make a
say
bakery
I
tomorrow.
couldn't
It's
honestly,
better Pittsburgh.
after all this
Cake on
time,
your,
I can't. I don't know how
I
I would
wasn't
make a
doing
cake. I don't think we
They
would.
actually say it's bad
Yeah,
luck
I've
because
heard
there's
that
like,
too.
I can't remember what it was, but there's some special
That's
meaning
what I
in the
told him.
cake
I was
and
like,
you
well,
guys
we can
cutting
try
it
to make it
together.
for them.
You know?
I'll just
I've
do
heard
it.
that,
It
that
wouldn't
if
look
you
that
smash
pretty.
it,
Yeah, I was so
yeah.
nervous
Yeah.
though, like because when you asked me all the questions,
heard
like
that.
wedding colors and how many people and just stuff, and then you're like, okay, don't ask any questions. I'll let you know in a week. And like, because Brian already knows. I'm like, Brian's like, what is she doing? I was like, I'm not gonna like be a stripper dating no party. I don't want no party. I want no
I'd rather
naked
cut you than a
dudes
wedding cake.
queen or something. I was like, I don't want none of that.
Get
You-
my
none
chips
of
in the
that.
blood
He's
that
like, no,
chips
not
your
like that. I
drips.
was like, are you sure? He's like, I don't know. I was like, well, are you gonna be there with me when she tells you it's a surprise? He's like, yeah, I'll be there. I'm like, okay, well, let her hear that. I'm guessing there's no naked dudes at least.
I got
I was nervous. Like, oh my god, what's Brittany gonna do?
When I went to go pick the cake up today, the bakery is right on the main street.
What do you
Well,
need?
like there was no park on the main street because it's a Saturday in Bellevue, so everybody's out about.
Cole,
Nice.
do we have anything for like a toothache, like
Yeah,
ibuprofen
I
or
just want
anything?
ibuprofen, man. I don't want
I got
anything.
Excedrin.
Yeah,
It's
but
migraine medicine, though.
it works for
It has
toothache
aspirin and
sometimes.
Tylenol in it.
Aspirin and Tylenol don't work. Ibuprofen's the only thing that works for me.
I really don't have anything like that.
I don't
I'm
have
on pain
ibuprofen
pills,
here.
too.
That's cool. Ain't that bad yet.
I just ran out of morphine, or I'd give you morphine.
Yeah, I don't need morphine.
Oh, you're
Shit, I'll be
good.
waking them up Tuesday.
I take that
I
shit
only
all the
had a
time.
couple
It don't
bikes
do,
left,
dude.
but I
It's
was gonna
I don't take it a lot, though, so it'll probably fuck me up.
But I parked.
easy.
There's like, you know, they have
I
the yellow curb.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
do
there was,
fucking
like,
huge pieces. I
this
take
much
off
regular
like a little
curb, and
bit
then the rest of the
fucking-
van was
just
on the
enough to
yellow. So I just,
fucking
you know,
numb
it's
me,
like
you know?
a door away from the bakery, and I was like, well, I'm gonna be carrying cake. I'll
Yeah,
just
you
go.
just
Oh, I
relax.
took morphine once. I
You know,
did.
some dumb
Yeah, I
lady
just
fell
had a
in
Tuesday
front
that
of
was,
because
like,
there's
fucking
Rite Aid and then there's the
horrific,
bakery.
That shit'll
Some
help.
dumb lady tripped over the curb,
Dude, man, I snapped my
Yeah,
leg in
that-
half. I'd rather snap
and
my
they
leg
called
in
the
half
cops
again
in the
than get another
ambulance. So
toothache.
I come out with the
Dude,
cake
I'd fucking
to a cop
It's
standing
that
beside my
bad.
car.
never want to fucking blow my
And I'm like,
ACL.
What's that? My leg.
Crap.
My
I
feet.
just like looked at my grandma and I was like, oh shit, grandma, we might have to
That's the
run.
biggest
And she
bone
was
in
like,
your
what
body,
are you
too,
doing?
man.
What are you doing?
All right, what?
Uh-huh.
And I like the cops like standing right beside my
You're
van,
lucky
like
you were in
staring
a
at it.
cast.
Like
I
I
was
guess the lady's husband
Barely
was
too
parked
old
far
when I
right in front of mine.
being in a
So he was
cast.
actually
They told
standing
me
there
they
like
put a
watching
rod
the
in my
husband
leg.
get the lady in the
I
car.
got titanium
And I'm like
rod
sitting
in
there and
my
I'm like,
leg.
oh shit, I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get a ticket. I'm gonna be so fucked.
I mean,
I'm
I
gonna
got,
throw this
I got
motherfucking
beer
cake in here and go in there and have to
So-
buy cake that they
I
made.
got
It's not
Mountain
gonna be
Dew,
what
Supercharged.
I was like, I always
didn't
went
notice
through
it
my
too much.
I like walk over and like,
Told I
you
was
see how
getting
big
it,
the
like,
box
in the
was. I'm
winter,
like struggling with the
like,
soup thing,
rain
put it in the
and
car.
shit like that.
The cops kind of like looked,
Mountain Dew, but
and then
fine.
turned around and went
It
about his
really
business.
bother me.
I'll
So.
go get you one, bud.
My knee too. I tore my ACL, my MCL.
I think they might have a
Isn't that like
lead.
the worst
Maybe.
pain?
A
What,
lead
you need?
with a
I have
zipper?
no clue,
You know, it wasn't
Jimmy.
too bad.
Thank you for that.
Would a
My
leaf
wrist
work?
actually hurt.
The,
Oh,
like,
a
do
leaf?
shit
Yeah,
for me.
that's
Did that
ibuprofen.
stuff work for you?
Yeah, so
Give me
fucking
2 of them.
saved
Though. They
my
tell you. They
ass.
tell you only one. Is there any way I can have 2?
I need
Yeah,
to.
whatever you
3?
want.
Or 3? Or 4?
You can have 1 or 2.
Man, 1 or
Oh.
2 don't really do anything now. I'm taking so much
What's your
damn
one for that?
ibuprofen.
What?
But yeah, I tore my MCL. Actually, I had knee surgery
I'm gonna give her some.
about 2 years ago now. I had cartilage loose. It actually wedged itself
Irregular
in
drink.
between the bone and the
Next
joint.
time, which
Yeah, they gave me a picture of it. I got
Anyone?
a picture of it at my house. My
Just
doctor
anywhere.
gave
I got
me
Pepsi
this scope.
Zero
They took
back,
a
Mountain
scope and
Dew,
gave it to me. It was
Next
wedged in
Superchar
there.
or Supernova,
And
I don't.
and
the only
water.
thing it was like terrible when I'd be banging my
At least
fucking
Here you go,
dog.
Vince.
Like, I would like when I was done, you know, I'd move and for some odd reason my knee would fucking lock up. Like it wouldn't move, it would lock up and I'd have to force it. Fucking straighten out.
I was thinking the same thing, but I know what he's
Oh, it
saying.
was terrible. I had trouble walking for
Boy,
days.
Not gonna
it
lie.
don't matter.
Did it. I felt
We
like
can bring
an
out
old
a
man,
belt
you
on
know?
as tight as possible.
Get done it, don't
Don't
move.
fall. Yes, no
You know,
hips.
back out slow, you know, it's fucking terrible, man.
How's it feel now?
It's not too bad now. It's still
Hey.
pops
It's
every
so
once
funny
in a
when
while
saying
for
they have to
some
tell
reason,
sex
but-
stories over this.
Is it bad, like, if you crack your knees?
Hey.
Is that like,
Or you want to smoke your cigarette?
Yeah, that's not
I'm gonna
good.
look in
Man.
for
You're
a
gonna have a problem with that later.
And we're gonna let the
You
dogs
do
out so
something to
everyone's
it?
gonna get molested.
nah,
Did you guys ever figure
I
out
don't know,
I
man.
could always, like, crack them both.
I never seen that. That's the first time I ever seen someone crack their knees.
Oh yeah, I tried it.
I could crack my
It
ankles.
seemed to help.
What backwards?
I do that
Give me
all
head.
the time.
Doing
I
different
think it's
positions.
bad to crack anything, man. It'll cause you arthritis later on.
No.
I forgot who we were talking about.
Nothing settled with us.
Didn't work.
Dude, I got whiplash.
still
I got
play, like-
whiplash, and we go to her
I was
party,
told
and he's
I was
bragging to
like,
everyone that he gave me
still play
whiplash.
same old football and beat the fuck out of each
It
other.
was pretty funny. I was like, oh, how'd you get whiplash? She was like,
I
oh,
still play like
dear.
roller hockey.
Brian's like, I did it
If I break my leg now, because I got screws in it, they said it'd be done, man.
Oh, it just seems like
Couldn't
maybe
do
a little
nothing.
easier.
I wouldn't have a leg no more, so
Damn.
yeah, it's not. It's
Just
not
weird
worth
like
it
that,
to
I
me.
guess. I don't know.
Relief.
Yeah.